Hi everyone, good afternoon, and welcome to another lovely session of Aunty Phumie Counseling Clinic. I'm sure you are all keeping safe and still maintaining the lockdown order as directed by the government. I pray the Lord will heal our land. He will heal all nations of the world in the name of God. Today we are going to divert a little bit away from the teenage counseling we've started about a few weeks back now, but rather we'll be talking about the pandemic ravaging most nations of the world. I'm talking about coronavirus tag COVID-19. Specifically, we'll be discussing this afternoon about the lockdown order and the gradual ease out as directed by the government. If we listen to the news from most of our social media, we discover that most governments of the world, especially the government of our country, Nigeria, have directed a gradual ease out of this lockdown order. And come May 4th, Monday, we'll be able to go about our daily activities within the period of some specified hours. Now, how do we go about doing this without being infected? What are some of the precautionary measures we need to put in place? These are some of the things we want to highlight at this counseling session today. How to protect ourselves, how to go about doing our daily activities without being infected. Please, as we continue with this program, I want to implore us, please press the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share with your friend. Don't forget, like I said earlier, subscribing to a channel is at no cost. You will not be surcharged. So please press the like button, subscribe, and share it. I'm going to start by talking to the career men, the career ladies, and the business guru out there. Please, I want to implore us. This is not the time to play the big madam, the big ogas. Please, I want to advise that as you go to your office, as you get to your offices, please carry your bag yourself. In fact, ladies' handbag is part of our dressing. Don't allow any subordinate to carry your bag for you. For the men out there, don't allow anybody to collect your computer bags from you. Don't allow any office assistant to do this from you. You just might not be able to say. Anybody might have been infected during the lockdown order, but just that the person is not yet showing the symptom. Please endeavor to carry your bag, carry your laptop bag, carry your office bag, carry your food bag by yourself. This is not the time to play the big oga. I also want to encourage us, as much as possible, please prepare your food from home. Go to your office with your food pack. And peradventure we cannot do this, please avoid sending any office assistant to go buy food for you. Please, as much as possible, drive down or walk down to a nearby canteen or restaurant to buy your food. And in doing this, don't patronize restaurant that is not operating within a clean environment. We cannot compromise hygienic condition during this period of time. Please, as much as possible, patronize restaurants or canteen that maintain a high standard of hygienic condition and that serves within a very clean environment. It is also very important for us to note that gone are the days when we can just open our pure water nylon, using our teeth. No, we can no longer do that. Please, if you cannot buy bottled water, endeavor to go about with a small scissors or a blade that will be used by you and you alone. Please don't tear open your pure water nylon using teeth. And don't be too friendly with anybody to sharing the same bottle of soda using your mouth. If you must share a bottle of Coke, a bottle of soda with any friend or a colleague, please use cup. Gone are the days where you can just drink from a bottle of Coke and you pass it to your friend or to your colleague to do same. Please, we have to play safe by every possible means. Please, it is also true that we've seen some of our friends, some of our colleagues for like 5 weeks back now. This is not a time that you want to rush to have a handshake or to hug any friend or a colleague. As much as possible, let's maintain the social distancing order as directed by the government. Nothing wrong from you with you greeting from afar. You can just wave to the person. This does not mean that you don't love the person. This does not mean that you don't miss him or her. Please, as much as possible, let's maintain the social order as directed by the government. In going to our offices, in going to our shops, going to our marketplace, we will definitely be making use of toilets. And these toilets are not being restricted to us alone. Other people will also be making use of these toilets. Please, as much as possible, don't be in a rush to use the toilet without flushing it. No matter how clean that toilet might be, endeavor to flush it before you sit on it. And even before sitting on it, your hand sanitizer, the small one that you go about with, please, you can just spray it on the toilet seat, or you take a tissue paper, a wet tissue paper, to clean the toilet seat before you make use of it. And after usage, after you might have flushed, don't forget to close the toilet, to use the toilet cover, close the seat so that it will be neat for another person that will make use of it after you. This is also not a time that we have to be repeating dresses. You don't need to wear one dress for 2 days at this point in time. The Lord will bless us. The little one that we have, please, let's wash them very well so that we'll be able to use one dress, to wear one dress per day. This is not a time to repeat dresses to our shops, to our offices. Why? You don't know who and who you might have interact with in the course of your daily activities. Please, as much as possible, when you get home, don't rush to hugging any of your children. Don't rush to embrace any of the children. As soon as you get home from your office, from your shop, please just walk straight to your bedroom, remove the dress, drop it in a bucket of water with soap, take your bath before you move out to greet other members of the family. This is very, very important. It's a good precautionary measure so that we don't get infected and we don't infect other family members in the house. I also want to advise that as much as possible, limit the number of people that visit you at home. If possible, avoid entertaining visitors at home for now. Whatever discussion we want to discuss with our family members, with our friend, we can do that using phone. Don't visit people's houses and don't entertain visitors until the pandemic, until the COVID-19 is being put in order. Please avoid entertaining visitors and don't go to people's houses too. It is well with us. I also want to advise us, for those of us that will be entering commercial buses, please, as soon as you collect change from the conductors, put it in your purse and immediately bring out your hand sanitizer to sanitize your hand. If you are close to where you can get a running water, apply soap in your hand and put it under a running water to get it cleaned. Don't just collect change from a conductor and put it in your purse without sanitizing your hand. You don't know who and who might have touched the money before you. It is also very important for us to be able to speak out. The government have directed that the commercial buses should not be full more than the 50% of their usual capacity, while the keke napep will only take 3 passengers. Please, if you want to enter a bus and you discover that the bus is already full or almost filled to its full capacity, please wait for another one. It's better to be late than being delayed. Please, let's speak out. We can also correct them. We can correct them. Don't be in a rush to enter a bus or a keke napep whereby everybody will be squeezed together. It is very important to take these precautionary measures. And lest I forget, those files can be attended to while we also keep the social distancing, while we also make use of the social distancing order. That business can be contracted without moving close to one another. Please, as we go about attending to our official duties in the office, please let's endeavor to still maintain the social distancing order. You can treat the file, you can talk to your colleagues, you can attend to that customer without moving too close to one another. And for those of us that like fruit, it is good to take fruit, but please don't let us patronize those people selling sliced fruit and buy the fruit without washing and start eating. As much as possible, if you can buy it in whole, take it to your home to wash before being sliced. And if you don't have the money to do that, please, when you buy the sliced fruit, endeavor to wash it thoroughly. Endeavor to wash it thoroughly before you start eating it. I also want to talk to our Muslim faithful at this period. You know, at this point in time when we are observing fasting period, when we want to do ablution, we have to wash our hair, to wash our nose, to touch our eyes, to touch our mouth. Please, let's endeavor to wash our hand thoroughly before we start ablution. Let's wash it with soap and with water so that by the time we are touching this, we will not be infected. It is also very important for us to make all this hygienic condition our normal way of life. As you are doing this, let's also inculcate this into the life of our children, knowing fully that sooner or later the school will resume. They will start mingling with their fellow students. Let's start training them from now on how to go about the new way of life through which we can deal with this coronavirus called COVID-19. Please don't forget to like this channel, to subscribe to it, and to share with your friend. I thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me at this session. And don't forget, like I always say, if you have any issue that you want us to discuss, mention any area of life. Is it family? Is it about friendship? Is it about your career? Is it about your vocation? Or about your children? Anything, any counseling area that you want us to discuss together, please don't hesitate to link up with me. You can send a message to me through this channel, and my email again, ABIKSALAYO, or small cap Abix Alayo. You can link up with me on that channel, and together we will find to find solution to every issue of life disturbing us. Thank you again for listening. I am your counselor, Aunty Phumie. Goodbye and love you all. Bye.